Good morning, Standard 10th. So last week we revised chapter 1, and before that we were studying about GDP. And from today's class we'll continue from that topic. So let us start. Students, before starting with a fresh topic, let us just have a quick recapitulation. So we started with the definition of GDP, that GDP is the value of all final goods and services produced within a country during a particular year. Students, we discussed the reasons as to why economists suggest that the value of goods and services should be used rather than adding up the actual numbers. Then we studied about intermediate and final goods. Students, intermediate goods are used to produce finished goods, and finished goods or consumer goods are the products that are bought for consumption by the consumer. And students, remember that it is not the commodity but the use of commodity which decides whether it is a final good or an intermediate good. After this, we studied value-added method to calculate GDP. Students, the value-added method has been discussed in detail in video number 3 of this chapter. And by studying that table, we got to know that the value of intermediate goods are already added in the value of final goods, and so to avoid double counting, we add the value of only final goods and services produced in a country. And I also told you all that this complex task of measuring GDP is undertaken by the central government ministry with the help of various government departments of all the Indian states and union territories. Now, today we will study about historical changes in sectors, that is primary, secondary and tertiary sector. And in this we have to study that with time, what are the changes that have taken place in these three sectors in case of total production and employment. Students, the history of developed countries reveal a general pattern of development in their economic structure. It has generally been observed that every developed economy was primarily dependent on primary sector for employment, and it was also the major contributor of GDP. Gradually, with the advent of new technology, primary sector became capital intensive, requiring less number of laborers, which resulted into exploration of new employment opportunities in other sectors. Let us understand the shift in the importance of the different sectors. Students, initially, primary sector predominantly contributed to GDP and also held most of the employment, as I told you all. As the methods of farming changed, agriculture sector began to prosper, and so buying and selling activities increased many times. Besides, there were also transportation, administration, etc. However, at this stage also, the production and employment was more in the primary sector. Then, with industrialization, new methods of manufacturing were introduced, and large number of factories came up. People started working in factories and also began using goods that were produced in factories at cheaper rates. And so with time, the importance of sector shifted from primary to secondary. And secondary sector became the most important in total production and employment. After 100 years, service sector groomed up, and most of the workers shifted to service sector. And now this sector contributes maximum to the share of economy. And so we can say that Now the service sector has become the most important in terms of total production. So students, from this we can see that the pattern of economic structure had been shifting from primary to secondary and finally to tertiary sector in developed countries. And similarly, almost all the developing countries are following the same path, but maybe at a different pace. Now, here are few questions for your assignment from your NCERT textbook. Students, please write the answers of these questions in your homework copy. The first question is, what does the history of developed countries indicate about the shifts that have taken place between sector? So we studied this just now, and you will get the answer of this question on page number 23. Go through that page and from there you can frame your answer. Question number 2 is very simple. You have to just arrange the important aspects for calculating GDP. Number 3, discuss with your teacher how you could calculate the total value of good or services by using the method of value added at each stage. So your teacher has already discussed this value added method with you all. So your work is that you will write this value added method step by step in your homework copies. Now, let us observe this graph. Students, this graph shows value of production of goods and services, that is GDP, in the three sectors, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. And it is shown for 2 years, that is 1973-74 and 2013-14. From this graph, we can observe that with time, the production in the three sectors has increased. But it has increased the most in tertiary sector. And in the year 2013-14, the tertiary sector emerged as the largest producing sector in India, replacing the primary sector. Students, this graph is given on page number 24 of your NCERT textbook. And students, there are also few questions related to this graph given on page number 24 of your NCERT textbook. Please go through that page and write the answers of those questions in your textbook. So that's all for today. Thank you, students.